जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त विंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त विंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त विंद। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Saturday. It is 7th of February. It is Govinda Masa, Palbhina Masa, Krishna Paksham. And as I stated, there are no Vaishnava events in the calendar today. So we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Maitreya Muni is describing about the 9 different kinds of the creation, starting from the Mahatattva. Out of that, so the six kinds of creation are coming into the Sarga, the primary creation by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the next 3 different kinds of creation, it is done by Lord Brahma. So here, again, just giving a recap. Adyastu mahataha sargo gunavaishamyamatmanaha dvitiyastu ahamo yatra drivijnana kriyodayah. In the first creation is Mahatattva, where 3 material modes of nature will be, interactions takes place. And then Dvitiyaha Ahamo Yatra, and this Ahankara, it is also manifested along with Drivijnana Priyodaya. Third one is the Bodhisargha Tritiyastu, material elements. So this is material ingredients at what are these things. And then Tanmatro Dravisektiman, along with their sense perceptions. And the fourth creation, Chatudha Indriya Sargo, the senses got generated. Yastu Jnana Kriyatmakaha, and through which one can perceive the knowledge of the sense perceptions. Chatudha Indriya Sargo, Yastu Jnana Kriyatmakaha. And in the fifth creation, Vaikariko Devasargaha Panchamo Yanmayam Manaha. In the fifth creation, from the mode of goodness, all the demigods and mind got generated. That is fifth creation. And sastastu tamasaha sargo yestu abuddhi prutaha prabhoho. In the sixth creation, tamasaha sargo, mode of ignorance, that was created, and from where people where they think that they are the masters. Abuddhi pritaha is the ignorance that was created. Tamasaha abuddhihi, or abuddhi is also called a modha. In such a way he thinks that is these are all the primary creation. And later on, Maitreya Muni started speaking about this, mentioning Shadime Prakritaha Sarga. These 6 are called Sarga. Vaikrutanapi me shrunu. Now I'm going to describe about the Lord Brahma's creations. Rajo Bhajo Bhagavato Lileyam Hari Medasaha, who has got intelligence similar to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Rajo Bhajo, who has appeared from the mode of passion. And then today further he is describing about yesterday also he has mentioned about the 7th creation. Brahma has done 3 of the creations. One is 7th, 8th, and 9th creation. And the 7th, he was mentioning just introductory shloka that there are different kinds of living entities, which are the trees and plants and creepers. So likewise, he was mentioning that is the 7th creation. Saptama Mukhya Sargastu Shadvidaha Tastu Shamchayaha Vanuspato Voshadi Lata Tvaksara Virudodrumaha. These are all non-moving living entities. They stay at one particular place. Saptama Mukhya Sargaha. Sargastu Shadvidaha. There are 6 kinds of the immovable living entities, all the plants kind thing. So out of those plants, there are 6 kinds of plants he has described, Maitreya Muni described, and the creepers which does not have support, and the trees which are straight away, the fruit trees without flowers, trees and plants which exist until the fruit is ripe, and creepers, pipe plants, creepers which have no support, and trees with flowers and fruits. These are the 6 kinds of um, the plants or immovable living entities, the 6 kinds. Okay, after saying that, now Maitreya Muni is further saying about whether they have got any sense perception about these living entities which are not movable. After saying that, he also mentions about the animal beings. Animal beings are the eighth uh, creation. Okay, so animal beings, so they have got only just by smelling they will survive, and they maintain their livelihood just by the smell. Okay, likewise, Brahma is speaking about the three immovable living entities, how they live, whether they are conscious of, whether they are conscious, whether they have at least any sense perception, or if they have got any feelings or not. Okay, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 10, verse number 20. पुत्रोतसः तमः प्राया अन्तः स्पर्श विशेषिणः वस्त्रोतसः वस्त्रोतसः tamasah praya. And here in this previous shloka, this is about the trees. Sapto mukhya sargastu shadvidha tastusam tastutamsayah. These are of the living entities which do not move. There are Vanaspati, Voshadi, Lata, Tvaksara, Virudo, Drumaha. What happens to them? About them, it is Vustrotha, Vustrotasaha, Tamah, Tamah Praya, Antah Sparsha, Visheshinaha. Vutsrotasaha is they seek their subsistence upwards, the nourishment using the roots. They will absorb the water and all kinds of nourishment from the roots, that is their legs, and the nourishment goes upwards. Vutsrotasaha and Tamaha Praya, they're almost unconscious. All the trees and creepers, plants, and all those things, they are all almost unconscious. Tamaha praya. Praya means almost. Tamaha. Antahasparsha visheshinaha. But antahasparsha, slightly they have got feelings within. These trees and plants, they have got the feelings within. Visheshinaha, with varieties of manifestation. Sometimes we may be asking whether the trees have got life or not. They do have got life, but they are almost unconscious. It is the life, but they do also got feelings, feeling within, but it is a slightly feelings. Sometimes there was a scientist also, they were trying to understand if we just go and try to cut the tree, whether it has got any feeling, something like that. They have put some kind of vibrations, something like that they were doing. So this is what we see here already in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Antahasparsha, they have got feelings within. Visheshinaha, with varieties of manifestation. Okay. So Vusrotasaha tamasaha tamaha praya antahasparsha visheshinaha. Translation. All the immovable trees and plants seek their subsistence upwards. They are almost unconscious but have feelings of pain within. They are manifested in variegatedness. And further, Maitreya Muni speaks about the Brahma's eighth creation. This is the Visarga. तिरश्चाम् अष्टमः सर्गः सो अष्टाविंशद्विदो मतः अविदो भूरितमसो ग्रानज्ञ हृद्यवेदिनः तिरश्चाम् अष्टमः सर्गः Tirsham is a species of lower animals. Tiryak Janapi. Tiryak is the animal beings. Tirsham, species of lower animals. Ashtamaha Sargaha. This is the eighth creation. And so Ashtavimshat Vidomataha. And all of these animal beings are Ashtavimshat. There are of 28 kinds. Vidaha, varieties. Mataha, they're considered 28 different kinds of the animal beings. So Avishtabhimshat Vido Mataha. Avida Bhuri Tamaso, and Avidaha is without knowledge of tomorrow. Vido Jana, Brahma Vido Janaha. Vidaha is knowing, Avidaha means without knowledge. Avido Bhuri Tamaso, and extensively they are ignorant. Bhuri Tamaso, without knowledge of tomorrow, and extensively ignorant. Avido Bhuri Tamaso. Granadnya. Granadnya is they can know desirables by smell. Grana, smelling. By smelling, they acquire the knowledge, the desirables. And Hrudya Vedinaha. Hrudi Avedinaha. They can remember very little in the heart. Okay, these are all animals like the cats, dogs, and everything else. Granena Prithyaha Padami Vinjigran. Granena, even the Sukra, when the Lord has Namahatam, Lord's Varaha incarnation. Granena Prithyaha Vijigran, just by smelling the earth in the Garbhodaka ocean to lift it. Granena Prithyaha Padvim Vijigran, Krodapadeshaha Bhaiva, Krodapadeshaha. So this is by the smell. Granadnyaha can know the desirables by smell. Hridya Vedinaha, they can remember very little in the heart. Okay, this is the eighth creation. Tirsham Ashtamaha Sargaha, so Ashtavimshad Mataha. Avido Bhori Tamaso, Granadnya Hridi Avedinaha. Translation. The eighth creation is that of the lower species of life, and they are of different varieties, numbering 28. They are all extensively foolish and ignorant. They know their desirables by smell, but are unable to remember anything within the heart. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Sanchita Mataji to read the purport, please?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. In the Vedas, the symptoms of the lower animals are described as follows. Atheta Athetaresam Pashunaha as just Athetaresam Pashunaha Ashana Pipase Eva Bhi Eva Bhi Eva Bhi Eva Bhi Jnanam Na Vijay Vigyatam Vadanti Na Vigyatam Pashyanti Na Viduhu Swastanam Na Lokavah iti Yad Va Bhuritamaso Bahu Rushaha Ghranenaiva Janati Hridayam Prati Swapriyam Vastva Eva Vedanti Bhojana Sayanadi Artham Ghrananti. The lower animals have knowledge only of their hunger and thirst. They have no acquired knowledge, no vision. Their behavior exhibits no dependence on formalities. Extensively ignorant, they can know their desirables only by smell, and by such intelligent only can they understand what is favorable and unfavorable. Their knowledge is concerned only with eating and sleeping. Therefore, even the most ferocious and lower animals, such as tigers, can be tamed simply by regularly supplying meals and accommodation for For sleeping, only snakes cannot be tamed by such an arrangement. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sorry for Prabhu for not reading the shloka properly. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nicely read. But yes, in this one, in this purport, Srila Prabhupada is describing about the symptoms of the lower animals. This in the Vedas, the symptoms of the lower animals are described. Atetaresham pashunaha आशना पिपासे एवाभिविज्ञानं न विज्ञातं वदन्ति न विज्ञातं पश्यन्ति न विदुः स्वस्तनं न लोकालोकौ इति यद्वा भूरितमसो बहुरुषः ग्राणेनैव जानन्ति हृद्यं प्रति स्वप्रियं वस्त्येव विन्दन्ति भोजनसेन आद्यर्थं गृह्णन्ति. It is only by the smelling. So here, all these are all describing in the Vedas. Ata etaresham pashunaha, all the animals pashunaha. Ashana pipase evabi vijnanam na vijnatam. They do not have na vijnatam. Vadanti na vijnatam. Pasyanti na viduhu. They do not have the uh, knowledge about what is going to happen later on, the remembrance. Puriti Abedinaha, they remember very little in the heart. Okay, so Bhojana Sayanajadam. So this is Ahara Nidra Bhayumaitanam cha Samanyam Yetat Pasubihi Naranam. They are common, but this is it is described about all the propensities of the animals. So they have knowledge only of their hunger and thirst. And they have no acquired knowledge, no vision. No vision, and their behavior exhibits no dependence on formalities, extensively ignorant. They can know their desirables only by smell, and by such intelligence only can they understand what is favorable and unfavorable. So some of the these animal beings are also proper in one descriptions about describing about the senses. Each animal also very prominent in one particular sense. For example, about the elephant, it is more desirable in the opposite sex, and then a deer, which is more attracted to the sound. So by those weaknesses, all these animals they will be captured. Even the elephant, it is very strong, but it will be captured by a she elephant. And the deer, it can be captured by the hunters very nicely playing the flute or something like that. But whereas the human, he is attracted, he is bewildered, he is so vulnerable to all the senses. But animal is vulnerable to only one sense, but human being is vulnerable to all the senses. Okay, so here just to bringing one of the statements about the propensities of comparison of animals and their senses and humans. And here animals' knowledge is concerned only with the eating and sleeping. Okay, therefore they are even most ferocious lower animals such as tigers can be tamed simply by regularly supplying meals and accommodation for sleeping. It is just only this food, eating and sleeping. They can be tamed. Like we have got cows, goats, and buffaloes. These are all, and camels. These are the pet animals or the domestic animals. So many, just by taming them. Okay, but only snakes cannot be tamed by such an arrangement. Even if we just give the milk to the snake, and they, in return they may bite. Okay, so that is their nature. Okay, so these are all different kinds, but later on, Maitreya Muni speaks about different kinds of animals as well. There are all of it that 2 hooves and 1 hoof and 5 nails, like that. Okay, so here we shall cover until this point now. उस्रोतसः तमः प्राय अन्तः स्पर्श विशेषिणः तिर्षाम् अष्टमः सर्गः सो अष्टाविंशद्विदो मतः अविदो भूरि तमसो ग्राणज्ञ हृद्यवेदिनः. So can I request the devotees kindly take time to recite this shloka, and wherever it is possible, kindly admit and repeat line by line. मुस्रोतसः तमः प्राय
उत्स्रोतस्तमः प्राय
अन्तः स्पर्शा विशेषिणः
अन्तःस्पर्शा विशेषिणः
मुस्रोतसः तमः प्राय
उत्स्रोतस्तमः प्राय
अन्तः स्पर्शा विशेषिणः.
अन्तःस्पर्शा विशेषिणः.
So here, even though Usrotasas, but I'm just taking the S out, and then here it as I'm just pronouncing the synonym, like how it is used in the synonym. So splitting, when there is a tricky, I will use a split words. Usrotasah tamah praya.
उत्स्रोतसः तमः प्राय
Antah sparsha visheshinah.
अन्तःस्पर्शा विशेषिणः.
Thank you. Can I request all to repeat? Meena Mataji, would you like to go first?
Okay, Hare Krishna. Ushrotasa tamah praya antarsparsha visheshinaha.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Samhita Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण. उत्स्रोतसः तमः प्राय अन्तःस्पर्श विशेषिणः. हरे कृष्ण.
Mataji, Gauringi Mataji, please. Prabhavati Sachi Mataji, please. Usha Mataji. Jai Mataji.
Yes, thank you. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. Utsrotashaha tamaha praya antaha sparsha visheshinaha. Sorry, Prabhuji, thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji.
Utstrotah tama Utstrotah tamaha praya antah sparsha visheshinaha.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Musrotasah tamah praya antah sparsha visheshinah. And would you like to read the translation, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhupada. All the immovable trees and plants seek their subsistence upwards. They are almost unconscious but have feelings of pain within. They are manifested in variegatedness. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. We shall move to the next shloka as well. So here, Tirasham Astamah Sargaha सो अष्टाविंशद्विदो मतः अविदो भूरितमसो ग्रानज्ञा हृज्यवेदिनः. Can I request all repeat line by line, please? तिरश्याम् अष्टमः सर्गः
तिरश्च अष्टम
तेषाम् अष्टमः सर्गः
सो अष्टाविंशद्विदो मतः
तु अष्टा मतः
अष्टाविंशद्विदो मतः
द्विदो मतः
अविदो भूरितमसो
अविदो
अविदो
भूरितमसो
भूरितमसो
ग्रानज्ञा हृज्यवेदिनः.
घ्राणज्ञा
ज्ञानज्ञाहित
हृदयवेदिनः.
अवेदिनः.
Again. तिरश्याम् अष्टमः सर्गः
तिरश्चाम्
तिरसाम्
अष्टमः
अष्टमः
सर्गः
सर्गः
सो अष्टाविंशद्विदो मतः
तु
सो
तु
अष्टाविंशद्विदो
अष्टाविंशद्विदो
मतः
मतः
अविदो भूरितमसो
अविदो
अविदो
भूरितमसो
भूरितमसो
ग्रानज्ञा हृज्यवेदिनः.
प्राण
घ्राणज्ञा
वेदि
ज्ञानज्ञानेन
हृदयवेदिनः.
वेदिनः.
Again. तिरश्याम् अष्टमः सर्गः
तिरश्चाम्
तिरसाम्
अष्टमः
अष्टमः
सर्गः
सर्गः
सो अष्टाविंशद्विदो मतः
सो
सो
अष्टाविंशद्विदो
अष्टाविंशद्विदो
मतः
मतः
अविदो भूरितमसो
अविदो
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 भूरितमसो
भूरितमसो
ग्रानज्ञा हृज्यवेदिनः.
घ्राणज्ञा
ज्ञानज्ञाहृदवेदिनः.
हृदयवेदिनः.
Very beautiful. Jai Mataji, would you like to recite Mataji, please?
Yeah, yes, thank you. Tirashcham ashtamaha sargaha so ashtavinshadvido mataha avido bhuri tamaso grona gnya hriday avedinaha. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण की तेरश्चामष्टमः सर्गः सोऽष्टाविंशद्विधो मतः अविदो पुरीतमसो ग्रहणज्ञारित्यवेदिनः. हरे
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji, please.
तिरश्चाम् अष्टमः सर्गः सो अष्टाविंश विदो मतः अविद्यो भूरितमसो प्राणज्ञा हृदयवेदिना अवेदिना sorry
हृज्यवेदिनः.
ग्राणज्ञा हृदय अवेदिना.
Very nice. Thank you, please. Garinge Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Tirasa astamaha sargaha soasta visavido mataha avido bhurita maso granagya hridya vedinaha. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful. Mataji, would you also recite the previous shloka as well, Mataji?
Okay. All the imor sorry.
Utsrota sahatamah praya.
Okay. Utsota sastamaha praya antah sparsa blesi sinaha.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Samhita Mataji, please. At the next.
हरे कृष्ण. तिरश्चाम् अष्टमः सर्गः शो अष्टाविंशद्विदो मतः अविदो भूरितमसो घ्राणज्ञाहृत्यवेदिनः. हरे
Very
कृष्ण.
nice. Thank you, Mataji. Do you have the Bhagavad Gita, Mataji? Okay. Samhita Mataji, would you like to read the translation as well, please?
Thank you, Prabhu. And the eighth creation is that of the lower species of life, and they are of different varieties, numbering 28. They are all extensively foolish and ignorant. They know their desirables by smell, but are unable to remember anything within their heart. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So later, Maitreya Muni describes the different kinds of animals, like uh, okay. Shall we move on to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter? Next letter, telegram to Shyam Sundar, India Post, and yes, it is sending 7 strong men immediately proceeding. There is no question of cancelling cross maiden. But we and so on. Okay, there is no information. And then further is a letter to Babru Bahan, March 4th, 1971, Bombay. It's a small letter. Can you request an unallocated devotees to read this letter, please?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, may I reply?
Yes, Mataji, please.
My dear Barbru Ban, please accept my blessings. I thank you very much for your very kind letter dated 25th January 1971. Yes, you may get yourself married, provided that you can meet the responsibility of Grihastha life. If you marry, you will have to work to provide for your wife and family and try to spend at least 50% for Krishna consciousness. A Krishna conscious marriage is not based on sense gratification, but rather mutual cooperation between husband and wife for making uh, advancement in spiritual life and also for raising Krishna conscious children. It is said in the Vedas that one should not take on the responsibility of parenthood unless he can deliver the child from the repeated cycle of birth, death, disease, and old age. So, in this way, mold your life in service to the Lord and be happy. Hoping this will meet you in good health. Your ever Rishi Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. You need to take care point, Mataji.
So here the Prabhupada said that he said he can marry, but that is not like that for the you can take the grihastha's responsibility and you can have to work for your the family and for your wife and your family. So and then you can spend that 50% of your in the Krishna consciousness. And this is not like they say marriage is like Krishna conscious marriage. It's not for self gratification. And that I said that when you have the children, that is also going to be Krishna conscious children. So that way you can raise the children in Krishna conscious, and that is parenthood, the birth, death, disease, and old age. That is going to be child. So I think that is if the Krishna conscious children, then it's I could not understand before that why he said that repeated cycle of birth, death, disease, and old age. So yeah, if that servicing Krishna, the children, or that if you serving Krishna, so that from birth, death, or disease and old age, and that way you can mold your life in service of Krishna and be happy. Lord will be happy. Yes, Prabhu. That is the I can celebrate it.
Krishna, thank you, Mataji. Any other comments, dear devotees? Okay, this is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So here Prabhupada is mentioning any profit one has got at home after spending like nowadays in this country, it is very difficult to even to save a couple of pounds. So, but whatever is left, then Prabhupada is mentioning to spend at least 50% for Krishna consciousness. Okay, but that could be possible just when the husband and wife both are Krishna consciousness, and then if anyone is not Krishna, then there may be again conflict. Okay, that is another different reflection, but keep going on with whatever is possible. And the second part is parenthood. So when our scripture says, Mata nasasyad, Pita nasasyad, Guru nasasyad, Deva nasasyad, something like that. One cannot be a father and mother or a acharya or a demigod also. If you are not able to deliver your surrendered soul or dependence. Okay, this is the Vedic injunctions. Not able to protect from repeated cycle of birth, disease, and death and old age, this stuff. So you mold your life in service to the Lord and be happy. Okay, that is instruction to Babravahan. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. Any other comments? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter, and from the announcements point of view. So today we have got at afternoon 12:30 the house Sangha program at Jai Mataji's home, and all devotees are gathering there. And yes, it obviously will have good association, devotees association. The place where all the devotees come together, it becomes a pilgrimage. Okay, that is one event, and the evening we continue evening sangha as well as usual, but we expect a small number of devotees. Possibly they have attended already. They might have got tired, but still we continue with whoever is joining, but not stressing to continue the topics as it is existing. But they will make sure that the session is engaged with the Chaitanya Charitamrita at 7 p.m. Okay, and then apart from that evening Japa session is also 6:30 p.m. That is also going as usual. And then with regards to the fundraise, those projects, yeah, we continue. So next Ekadashi is coming on the 13th of February. And our three projects are going to complete Zoom subscription and the Bury Place and Hebrika also. So the three projects will be completing on 15th. Whatever is being raised, so we shall transfer Lakshmi to those projects. But for the Zoom, there is it must be 160 pounds, something like that. So far, we have raised 120 pounds for Zoom. Okay, these are the small updates from me and day activities. If you have got any updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly do so. Jai Mataji, you wanted to update anything, Mataji?
Sorry, Prabhuji, I missed. Sorry, what were you saying?
Do you wanted to update anything, Mataji?
No. I'm just so excited for today. And I'm just looking forward to everyone coming. Thank you so much to all those who are making. Hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. The weather should be okay. But if not, please look after yourself, and then still come and give me your blessings. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. So Mataji wanted to adore all the devotees, so that devotees will take good time and then do bhajans, and for that what Mataji is working very hard. Okay, it is Mataji's desire. Okay, hope Prabhupada's blessings, all our Acharya's blessings, Vaishnava's blessings are there to go this Sangha smoothly.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
We miss your association, Prabhuji. In Sangha.
Yes, Mataji, I do, but I don't have any other option. So, okay, so
Yeah, we understand, Prabhuji. You will be there with us in spirit. Thank you.
thank you, Mataji. Okay, we shall move on to the next Shri Brahma Samhita, if you're all happy. Okay, Shri Brahma Samhita. Okay, so in the Shri Brahma Samhita, we have been discussing for last couple of weeks or months about this is compilation of Lord Brahma Samhita. Srimad Bhagavatam is the Satvata Samhita. This is Chakre Satvata Samhita. Srimad Bhagavatam. This is Brahma Samhita. This is also Satvata Samhita. It is all about Krishna. So in this one, in the last session, we have been discussing how Brahma, he has appeared, Chaturmukha Brahma got appeared, and then from the beginning, starting from Krishna in the Goloka Vrindavan. So all the way, Balaram, and then the four abodes which are surrounded in the Goloka, the Shweta Dvipa. And then we have also described about the Mahavishnu later on, and from Mahavishnu again Shambhu Brahma, Hiranyamaya Garbha Brahma, and then Vishnu, Shambhu, those were created again. Later on, the universe, so the universe got so many universes are emanated from the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, Karnadak Sai Vishnu, and into each and every universe, he enters into those universes as Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. And then from one of those universe, where Chaturmukha Brahma, he has appeared from the navel of Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. At that time, Divi Saraswati was giving instructions to the Chaturmukha Brahma that you just meditate on this mantra. What is that? This is a Gayatri mantra, Kama Gayatri. So she Kamaha Krishnaya Govinda He Gopi Janichapi Vallabhaya Priya Vakne Mantram Te Dasiti Priyam Tapastam Tapayetena Tavasiddhir Bhavishyati. So once you meditate on this mantra, then all your desires will be fulfilled. Likewise, Divi Saraswati gave instructions to Lord Brahma. Divi Saraswati is the concept of the Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, and later on Brahma, so he was started and meditating to, and also to please Govinda. So Atatepe Sasuchiram Prinan Govindam Avyayam Shvetadvipapatim Krishnam Golokastam Paratparam Prakritya Rupinya Paryupasitam. So he was meditating. Pariupasitam. Brahma is Upasana. This is Upasana Kanda. Prakritya Rupinya Paryupasitam. Sahasradala Sampanne. How he is meditating? In the Sahasradala Sampanne Koti Kinjalka Brahmite Bhumi Sintamanihi Tatra Kannikare Mahasane समासीनं चिदानन्दं ज्योतिरूपं सनातनं शब्दब्रह्ममयं वेणुं वादयन्तं मुकाम्बुजे विलासिनी गणवृतं स्वैः अंशैः अभिष्टुतं. Brahma is meditating on the beautiful form where he is playing the flute, sitting on the uh, on the throne Mahasamasini. Let me just share that beautiful picture. Okay. Samasinam Chidanandam Jyotirupam Sanatanam. Okay, so that form where Krishna, he is playing the flute. Sahasradala Sampanni Koti Kinjalka Brumhide. So here we do not see the lotus, but everything is like the Sahasradala Sampanni Koti Kinjalka Brumhide. So many petals. Bhumi Chintamani Tatra, and the earth is like a Chintamani. Tatra Kannikari Mahasani. In the middle, the whole of this lotus, Lord is sitting there. Mahasani. Samasinam Chidanandam. Jyotirupam Sanatanam. Here, Jyotirupam Sanatanam. And Shabda Brahmamayam Venum. And Venum and Vadayantam Mukambuje. And he plays the flute while Vilasini Ganavritam Swaihi. He is enjoying with surrounded by Ganavritam. Swaihi, Amshaihi, Abhishtutam, all Amshas. So starting from Radharani, they are all Amshas of the Lord. By surrounding them, the Lord is playing the flute, and then the sound comes from the flute of Krishna. Atavenu ninadasya murti mayi gatihi spuranti praveshashu mukhabjani swayambhuvaha gayatrim gayataha tasmad adhigatya sarojajaha sansklasya adhiguruna vijitam agamattataha. The sound coming from the flute of Krishna, it entered into the eight so Pravyashashu Mukhabjani Swayambhuvaha. It enters into the Lord Brahma. Mukhabjani Swayambhuvaha entered into Brahma, and then Gayatrim Gayataha. That is actually Gayatrim. Gayatri mantra Gayataha Tasmad Adhigatya Sarojajaha. Sanskritascha Adhiguruna. Sanskritascha Adhiguruna. So that in such a way Brahma was initiated as a Dvijitam, as a second born Brahmana. Brahma became a Brahmana. Vijitam Agamattataha. Okay, so likewise, we have discussed in the last session. So this is the 28th sloka. One sloka was left here before we enter into the beautiful prayers. So just to recap. Then the Gayatri, mother of the Vedas, being made manifest, that is imparted by the divine sound of the flute of Shri Krishna, entered into the lotus mouth of Brahma, born from himself. Through his 8 ear holes, the lotus-born Brahma, having received the Gayatri, sprung from the flute song of Shri Krishna, attained the status of the twice-born, having been initiated by the supreme primal preceptor, Godhead himself. In such a way, Brahma became a Brahmana. Okay, and then further in the 20th sloka, so what is happening? So, enlightened by the reflection of that Gayatri, embodying the three Vedas, Brahma became acquainted with the example of the ocean of truth. Then he worshipped Sri Krishna, the essence of all Vedas, with this hymn. Okay, we shall recite this shloka and go on to the purport. त्रय्या प्रबुद्धोऽथ विधिर्विज्ञाततत्त्वसागरः त्रय्या प्रबुद्धो अथ विधिर्विज्ञाततत्त्वसागरः तुष्टाववेदसारेण स्तोत्रेणानेन केशवम्. So Traya Prabuddho Ata Vidhi. Traya, by the embodiment of the three Vedas, Traya Prabuddho, enlightened, Ata, then Vidhi, that Brahma Vidhi, Vijnata Tattva Sagaraha, and he is acquainted with Tattva Sagaraha, the ocean of truth. Tattva Sagaraha.
Taraya Prabhuddhoda Vidir Vijnata Tattva Sagaraha. He has acquainted with all the knowledge, enlightened about the ocean of truth, absolute truth. Tushtava Vedasarena. Tushtava Vedasarena. So he has worshipped and Vedasarena, which is the essence of all the Vedas. Stotrena by the hymns. Anena this Keshavam Shri Krishna. He has worshipped Krishna, which is the essence of all the Vedas. Brahma Samhita is mentioning here. Again, worshipping Krishna is the essence of all the Vedas. This is the absolute truth, version of truth. Brahma has acquainted with that knowledge, enlightened with that knowledge. All the Vedas also mentioning the same thing, only worship of Krishna. Remember Krishna. Please Krishna. Okay, likewise, Brahma Samhita, the 5th chapter, 28th sloka is describing like that. Traya Prabhuddhoda Vidir Vijnata Tattva Sagaraha Tuštavaved Sarena Stotrenanena Keshavam. That, can I request anyone to read the translation and purport, please? Sanchita Mataji, would you like to go, Mataji?
Hear me?
Yeah, now we will hear Mataji.
Yes. Sorry. Thank you. Enlightened by the recollection of that Gayatri embodying the three Vedas, Brahma became acquainted with the expanse of the ocean of truth. Then he worshipped Sri Krishna, the essence of all Vedas, with this hymn. Brahma purport, and Brahma thought thus within himself by the recollection of uh, karma Gayatri. Gayatri, it seems to me that I am the eternal maid servant of Krishna. Thought the other mysteries in regards to the condition of the maid servant of Krishna were not revealed to him. Brahma, by dint of his searching self-consciousness, became well acquainted with the ocean of truth. All the truth of the Vedas were revealed to him, and with the help of those essence of the Vedas, he offered this hymn to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Srimad Mahaprabhu has taught this hymn to his favorite disciple in as much as it fully contains all the transcendental truth. Regarding the Vaishnava philosophy, readers are requested to study and try to enter into the spirit of his hymn with great care and attention as a regular daily function. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Would you like to give any stress, Mataji? Would you share the reflections from here?
Like here is mentioned about regarding this first of all recollection of the Gayatri mantra probably, and then everything is like within the Krishna, and this Gayatri ma is like maid servant of Krishna. So this was and he then here's mentioned that Srimad Mahaprabhu has taught him to disciple to fully content with the Krishna's like transcendental truth and Vaishnava philosophy, and all this, and it like in the main purpose is the Krishna is the all everything in with Vedas and everything within this mantra, within his Krishna's mantra. I think that's something I just understand.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. So very nicely understood and then reflected. Any other devotees wanted to add? So it is the devotees, so you need to speak.
So like we have to regular daily function. So that we have to in like every day. Is this as a Krishna's Hare Krishna mantra? You mean that regular daily function?
So this is the Gayatri mantra. Brahma Tat. Uh, so this is Kama Gayatri. It is for the initiated devotees.
Mm-hmm.
Second initiated.
Yeah, so why is only second initiation only can recite this Gayatri mantra? Because like there is some Gayatri like Havan they do and always reciting like this Gayatri mantra, but why in our like said only this second initiation then they can only recite this mantra?
Because there is a process, because unless if for example, if I ask some devotee that please get initiated, then no, I have got some family things, I have commitments, it is not possible, or I have, they will put so many reasons. There are some obstacles they put themselves. They have not surrendered completely themselves to Krishna and the spiritual master yet. So that's why when they have got completely surrendered to Krishna and spiritual master, then they will follow the instructions of the spiritual master. First of all, get initiated. Yes, yes, I will take the initiation. Next, are you following the rules and regulations continuously at least for 9 months or a year? Yes, I will proceed further. No obstacles, no concerns, no objections. Then I will initiate you the second. So when spiritual master says, yes, I will take the initiation. No objections. You have got all your facilities to chant the Kama Gayatri mantra and everything else. But did I put any obstacles for myself? Not get initiated. I have got these commitments. This is our questions. We need to question ourselves whether we are ready to do chant this Kama Gayatri. Everything has got a qualification to recite these mantras.
Kam Gayatri mantra is the same Om Bhurбhuva Svata Savitri.
No, there are three Gayatris.
Okay, other one this is different. Okay. So like as I said, like Brahman initiation has to be very like to get in that state one has to be follow so much like I know there are so many are still taking the Brahman the initiation you and they are working in, but according to I heard somewhere that it has to be very pure and like in order to take there's so many restriction to
Not
take not
restriction.
restriction but like it's somebody's choice but yeah it was like still there is so much to follow up and and then they cannot recite this mantra
It's
without
not
initiation.
so much to follow, but whether we are accepting the instructions of spiritual master or not, that is the matter. That is the main thing. Whether I will accept those instructions or not. If I'm prepared to follow or not, that is up to me. If I am following as it was instructed, but of course, there are so many things come into the picture: the family, dependence, maintenance, livelihood, circumstances, so many things that will always be there. But whether I am ready to take those instructions, somewhere other to manage, that is up to me. But if you wanted to just chant all those things, here tapastvam tapayetena tavasiddhir bhavishyati. By chanting these mantras, all the desires will be fulfilled. Tavasiddhir bhavishyati. Likewise, Divi Saraswati spoke to Brahma.
Which mantra is Kam Gayatri mantra?
This one, Kama Gayatri, I think so. Previously, it was described in the slokas like Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijana Vallabhaya Swaha.
Okay,
That one. This one here. Is Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijana Vallabhaya Swaha. This is Kama. Divi Saraswati instructed Lord Brahma to chant on this mantra.
okay.
And then Brahma has meditated on this one here. And how he is meditating, there exists a divine lotus of 1,000 petals augmented by millions of filaments. This is Brahma's meditation. Okay. And also here further later on, uh, Kama Gayatri is the highest of the Gayatris. There are different Gayatris are there. We know Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitarvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. That mantra we know, but there are Kama Gayatri is there. Here, Kama Gayatri mantra, it is mentioned here. A sequel of 8-lettered mantra is Kama Gayatri, which runs thus: Klim Kamadevaya Vidmahe Pushpabhanaya Dhimahi Tanno Anangaha Prachodayat. This is Kama Gayatri. The previous Gayatri mantra, which Divyaswar spoke to Brahma, it is the Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijan Vallabhaya Swaha. That is a different one. But this is another one is the Kama Gayatri. And Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha, that is another Gayatri. Now we have got 3 different Gayatris. Now we discuss it. One is Om Bhur Bhuva, that is one Gayatri. And here Divisarsi spoke to Brahma that Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijan Vallabhaya Swaha. That is one Gayatri mantra.
Okay, so when they take Brahman initiation, they don't chant Om Bhurбhuva Svata Savitarvarenyam. It's a different.
Brahmanas are given one particular mantra, that is Om Bhurбhuva Swaha. But the sannyasis, they will get another mantra.
Okay.
The sannyasis further. So Brahmana is done, and beyond Brahmana, the sannyasi initiation, they will get this Kama Gayatri. But here we will come to know those details when we are in that process of initiation and associating with spiritual master and God brothers who are in the second level initiation. Okay, so this is Klim Kamadevaya Vidmahe Pushpabhanaya Dhimahi Tanno Anangaha Prachodayat. This is Kama Gayatri. So now here, this is the Brahma. He is now acquainted with all the knowledge and started glorifying Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, any other dear devotees? It is your turn to describe and explain this shloka. Thanks, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Meena Mataji has explained, Prabhu. It's like straight and simple. Nothing more to add here. So, not much philosophy. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Mataji. Okay, Jai Mataji, are you available or busy?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I'm so sorry. I've not really paid attention.
Sure, Mataji.
So sorry. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji, you wanted to include your reflections, Mataji. Okay, so here in this purport, so Brahma thought thus within himself by the recollection of Kama Gayatri, it seems to me that I am the eternal maidservant of Krishna. Brahma is thinking, I am eternal maidservant of Krishna. Everyone or one of the gopi or one of the gopa boys or girls in the Goloka Vrindavana. So he has been thinking, that's why. That is by recollection of Kama Gayatri. And then, though the other mysteries in regard to the condition of the maidservant of Krishna were not revealed to him, Brahma, by dint of his searching self-consciousness, and he became, even though those details were not revealed, these details also revealed to devotees later on by the personal realizations, by rigorous devotional service. So Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. By that, one would realize his relationship with Krishna. Okay, so but here, these were not revealed to, those mysteries are not revealed to Brahma, but by dint of his searching self-consciousness became well acquainted with the ocean of truth about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All the truth of the Vedas were revealed to him. With the help of those essences of the Vedas, he offered this hymn to the Supreme Lord Krishna. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says to Arjuna one statement in the chapter 15, 15th shloka about the Vedas. Can anyone recall that shloka? Vedesha sarvai ahameva vedyo
Vedanta Krishna Veda.
videvachaham. Would you like to recite that shloka, Mataji? Entire
Uh,
shloka.
so probably you have to start off and then maybe I can.
Sarvasya chaham
Sarvasya Vriddhi Sannivishto Sarvasya Chaham Vriddhi Sannivishto Vedanta Krita Vedanta. Sorry, Prabhu.
सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानम् अपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम्. Would you like to say, Mataji? Would you
Sorry,
like
Prabhu.
anyone recall
Sarvasya
that?
Chaham Vriddhi Sannivishto Vedanta
Mattah.
मुक्तः ज्ञानम् अपोहनं च sorry Prabhu, I can't forget my mind.
Gauringi Mataji, would you like to recite, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्ट श्लोका.
I didn't see Prabhuji here.
No, by your memory, Mataji.
No, Prabhuji, sorry. I cannot, Prabhuji, sorry.
Anyone can. Sanchita Mataji.
Right.
Prabhu, let me try. सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानम् अपोहनं च वेदैश्च अहम् एव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद् वेदविद् एव चाहम्.
Very beautiful. Very nice, Mataji. Go on, Mataji.
सर्वस्व चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मतः स्मृतिज्ञानम् अपोहनमच्च वेदैश्च सर्वे अहमेव वेदो वेदान्तकृतेतविदेव चाहम्.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Gauringi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Okay. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto mattah smritirjnanamapohanam cha vedesya sarvairahameva vidyo vedanta kridaidavideva chaham. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji now.
Yes, Prabhu. सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानम् अपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृते द्विदेव चाहम्.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so here Brahma has got that knowledge. Anyone else wanted to recite this shloka? Jai Mataji is busy, I think. No?
Yes, I can try. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Mhm.
सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मतः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानम् अपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहम् एव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद् वेदविद एव चाहम्. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. So now that truth, Vedasya sarvar ahameva vedyo vedanta krud veda videva chaham. That knowledge is revealed to Brahma and with the help of those essences of the Vedas, he offered this hymn to the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. This is called Brahma Samhita. And Srimad Mahaprabhu has taught this hymn Brahma Samhita to his favorite disciples in as much as it fully contains all the transcendental truths regarding the Vaishnava philosophy. This Brahma Samhita, starting from the Goloka Vrindavana and all about the creation and all the glorifications of Krishna later on, Govindam, Tamaham Bhajami. Govindamadi Purusham Tamham Bhajami. All about, and then at the end, this is Shriyaha Kantaha Kantaha Parama Purushaha Kalpataru Bhumi Shintam. What is yeah, that one last shloka he describes again. Bhumi Shintamani Ganamai Toyam Amritam Kathaganam Natyam Gamanamapi Vamshi Priya Saki Chidanandam Jyotihi Paramapi Tadaswadhyamapi Cha Sayatra Kshirabdihi Saravati Surabhishhu Mahan Nimeshadho Vavrajati Nahi Yatrapi Samayah Bhaje Shvetadvipam Tamaham Iha Golokam Itiyam Vidam Taste Santaha Kiti Viralacharaha Katipaye. I worship that abode, Goloka Vrindavana, describing all the activities of Goloka Vrindavana and then mentioning Bhaje Shvetadvipam. I worship that Shvetadvipam. Tamaham Iha Golokam Itiyam Vidam Teste Santaha Kiti Viralacharaha Katipaye. He glorifies, after he Brahma glorifies in such a way, later on, Krishna speaks to Brahma, the 5 shlokas at the end. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu giving this Sri Brahma Samhita to all his disciples. Because in one way, Bhagavad Gita, it contains 700 shlokas, whereas Brahma Samhita contains around 60 or 70 shlokas, but it gives essence of entire Vedic injunctions, essence of Bhagavad Gita, essence of Srimad Bhagavatam, essence of the creation, all in a nutshell. Okay, this is Brahma Samhita. So here readers are requested to study and try to enter into the spirit of his hymn with great care and attention as a regular daily function. Some devotees they recite daily as well. So, but here it contains that many number of shlokas. In our temples, go Venum Kwanantam Arvinda Dalayakaksham, only 2 shlokas. They are in the early morning during Darshana time. Darshanarati time, these 2 shlokas are sung. Okay.
Adipurushottamaham namami. Oh, that shloka.
Yes, Mataji?
I'm saying that Adipurushottamaham namami.
Yes. Would you like to say that shloka, Mataji? Recite, beautiful one.
No, I'm just reminding.
Venum,
Yeah, Prabhuji, you can say and
Venum Kwanantam,
Vedam Punantam. Sorry.
Venum Kwanantam Arvinda Dalayakaksham. So that is Jai Mataji, that's very beautiful. Mataji, would you like to remind us, Mataji, that tune?
Prabhuji, Not the exact words. Venum something Kavanantam Aravindo Dalayataksham something some
Bhagavatam Samhita Buddhasudharangam Kanda
Dakakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindam
Adipurusham
Tamaham
Bhajami
Govindam
Indam
Adipurusham
Bhajami.
Okay, very beautiful. Now, who would like to do it again, that shloka from anyone want? Yes, Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhu, I'm just start missing the start. Venukwantal Karavinda Dalaya Taksham Andar Pakoti Chamaniyam Vishesha Shopam. But Prabhu, I can't get it today. I don't know why. It's in my mind, but it's not coming out. Venukwantal Karavinda Dalaya Taksham. It's not going to come to the Prabhu. I don't know.
Everyone. Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Yudumantanayam
Bahar Samasitam Buddha
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Jayanti Krishna Jayanti Sisa
Anandajivaya Sadhu Dasya
Tamaham Govinda. Very beautiful darshan. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. So that is today Darshanarati as well.
Yeah. Krishna looking so beautiful.
Yes. So now, I request the devotees, now they said the shloka Venam Kwanantam.
Prabhuji, this is sloka here. Chaitanya Prabhu is mentioned is about the Brahma Samhita, which we are just reading. That sloka.
Yes, here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is mentioning here. Readers are requested to try study, requested to study and try to enter into the spirit of his hymn with great care and attention as a regular daily function, as we hear now. Go in the Maripurusam Bhajami.
Yeah, but this is the sloka is not here. It's not in this Brahma Samhita.
Yeah, here it is, Mataji.
It's all this sloka.
We are in the 20th sloka now. We are going to hear 29, 31 is the Vedam Kwanantam here.
Okay, yeah.
Then later on, 32 is Angani. So these are the two shlokas. Now we are in the 28th shloka here.
Okay. So all this sloka, Prabhu, like Chaitanya Prabhu is recommended to his disciple. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Now you do that, Mataji. The shloka Vedam Kwanantam Aravinda.
You said something, Prabhuji?
Yes, would you like to recite that shloka? Vedam Kwanantam Aravinda Dalayata.
Yeah. So
Okay, now, Mataji.
Venom. Okay, sorry. Can I? Venum kamantam arvinda dalalayan yaksham Brahma. Sorry. Bharavatam some assist Ambuda Sundara Angam Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Vishya Sobam Govindam Adipurusham Tamham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamham Bhajami. Sorry, can you Prabhuji repeat?
Venum Kwanantam Aravinda Dalayataksam.
Venum Kanantam Arvinda Dashyam
Dalayataksam.
Dalaya Dashyam
Dalayataksam.
Dalayataaksham. Yeah, sorry. Dalayataaksham.
Barhavatamsam.
Bharavatamsam
Asitambuddha.
Asita Buddha
Sundarangam.
Sundarangam
Barhavatamsam Asitambuddha Sundarangam.
Baharavatamsam Asita Ambuda Sundarangam
Kandalpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham.
Kandalpakoti Kamaniya Visesa Sobham Govindadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Nadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mataji. Anyone would like to go? Okay, so that is here. Coming back to our shloka. So here, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami, Jiva Goswami, they are all giving instructions to all the readers to study this Sri Brahma Samhita with study and try to enter in the spirit of this time. Okay, so when the mercy of the Lord, when the flute sound of Krishna, it is entering into Brahma's mouth, he has acquainted with all the knowledge and then he is glorifying Krishna. He worshipped Krishna, the essence of all the Vedas. Again, the similar kind of situation when it comes to Dhruv Maharaj. Sukritanjalim Brahmamayena Kambhana Paspasha Bhalam Krupaya Kapole. Lord has touched Dhruv Maharaj's head and along with his conch shell. Then Savaim Tadaiva Pratipaditam Viram. Savai Tadaiva Pratipad Daivim Parijnata Paratmaninayaha.
Daivim Parijnata Paratmanirnaya. Dhruva Maharaj understood all the knowledge about himself and the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the relationship. Daivim Parijnata Paratmanirnaya. Tam Bhakti Bhavo Abhigunad Asatvaram. Parisutor Sarasam Dhruvakchitihi. And then he has glorified the Lord. And with love and affection, it is described Drubhyam Prakasintu Dhruvanivadbhakaha. Chumbhanivasena Bhujirivashlishan. In such a Dhruv Maharaj's mode. And here Brahma is now glorifying Krishna in the similar mode. By the reflection of Kam Gayatri, it seems to me that I am the eternal maid servant of Krishna. This is Brahma's collection. Brahma thought thus within himself, I am the maid servant of Krishna in the Goloka Vrindavan. That is the Kama Gayatri. Okay, so here everything, all this knowledge that Sambandha will be revealed to a devotee who is surrendering unto the Supreme Lord. Okay, that is the essence of it. And here Brahma is combining this one. Traya Prabudhoda Vidirvijnata Tattva Sagaraha Tustavaved Sarena Stotrenanena Keshavam. Can I request the devotees kindly take a time to recite wherever possible to which devotee it is possible to recite. Please kindly take a time to recite. So line by line, follow behind me. Traya Prabhuddhota Vidir
Traya Prabhuddhota Vidhe
Vijnata Tattva Sagaraha
Vignanta Tattva Sagaraha
Sagaraha
Tustavaved Sarena
Tusta
Tustava
Veda Sarena
Vedasarena
Stotrenanena Keshavam.
Rotrenanina Keshavam
Keshavam.
Again. Traya Prabhuddhota Ata Vidir
Traya
Traya
Prabhuddhota Ata Vidhi
Prabhupada
Vijnata Tattva Sagaraha
Vignanta Tattva Sagaraha
Sagaraha
Tustavaved Sarena
Tusta
Tustava
Veda Sarena
Sarina
Stotrenanena Keshavam.
Rotrenanina Keshavam
Vedana Keshavam.
Again. Traya Prabhuddhoda Ata Vidir
Traya
Traya
Prabhuddhota Vidhe
Prabhupada Vidir
Vijnata Tattva Sagaraha
Vignanta
Vignana
Tattva
Tattva
Sagaraha
Sagaraha
Tustavaved Sarena
Tustava Veda
Tustava
Sarena
Sarena
Sarina
Stotrenanena Keshavam.
Stotrena
Rotrenanina Keshavam.
Very beautiful. Can I request the devotees take a turn to recite? Jai Mataji, would you like to go first?
Yes, thank you. Traya Prabhuddho Atha Vidhi Vignata Tattva Sagaraha Tushtava Vedasarena Stotrena Nena Keshavam. Yeah, thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji.
Traya Prabhuddhota Vidhira Vijnate Tattva Sagara Tustava Veda Sarena Stotram Anena Keshavam.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji. Loading Mataji. Right.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Traya Prabhupada Vidir Bijananta Tattva Sagaraha तुष्टभावेदा सारेण स्तोत्रानेन केशवम्. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Do you have a share, Mataji, to recite? Okay, so that is this shloka. Traya prabuddhota vidir vijnata tattva sagaraha. Tushtava Vedasarena. This is Vedasarena, essence of all the Vedas. Tushtava Vedasarena. Totrinanena Kesham. The Brahma is now reciting this Brahma Samhita. This shloka is glorifying Krishna. Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Okay, that is this 28th shloka. So from the 29th shloka, all the glorification of Krishna comes here and the glorification of Goloka Vrindavan. It is a very beautiful part. So I think for today, we shall continue that 129th shloka from next Saturday onwards. So just only reflecting until this shloka today. This is called Sarena Saranganam Padambujam. Shriyo Yasya Uraha Panapatra Mukam Dusham Bahuvalokapalanam Saranganam Padambujam. Saranganam means who are the extractors of the essence of the or extractor of the substance of the so much of knowledge. Who knows that essence? Saranganam. This is Vedasarena, the essence of all the Vedas. This is Traya Prabuddhota Vidir Vijnata Tattvasagaraha Tushtava Vedasarena Stotrena Nina Keshavam. And that's why Sutta Goswami describes in the beginning in the Srimad Bhagavatam that Ketana Deva Krishnasya Mukt Sangha Param Dajet, just glorifying Krishna. One can go back to Godhead. That is the essence of Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Achanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam. Everything to be engaged in Krishna. Again, there is one Kunti Devi, one prayer, one of the shloka comes into Kunti in the Kunti Mata prayers. Can anyone remember that one? With regards to the Shravanam. Okay, I think one beautiful shloka. Yes, Mataji.
Shravanam, can get no.
I think this one comes with shloka. So this is Shrinvanti Gayanti Grunanti Bhikshnashah Smaranti Nandanti Tavetam Janaham Taiva Pasyanti Acharena Tavakam Bhava Pravaho Paramam Padambujam Shrinvanti Gayanti Grunanti Bhikshnashah Smaranti Nandanti Tavetam Janaham Taiva Pasyanti Acharena Tavakam Bhava Pravaho Paramam Padambujam. This one very Shrinvanti Gayanti. Grunanti, relishing by accepting. Abhikshnashaha, continuously. Smaranti Nandanti Tavehitam Janaha. Anyone wanted to go? Yes, Mataji.
शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गुणन्त्यपीक्षणस्य स्मरन्ति नन्दन्ति तेव हितं जनाः त एव पश्यन्तत्यचिरेण तावकं भव प्रवाहो परमं पदां भुजम्.
Thank you, Mataji. Garinge Mataji, you want to go?
Hare Krishna. Shrinvanti Gayanti गृह्णन्त्यभीक्षणसः स्मरन्ति नन्दन्ति
सर्वे हितं जनाः करेंगे माता जी। Are you able to hear me, dear devotees?
Yes, Prabhu, but Gaurangi Mataji is unmuted.
Sure. Shama,
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
would you like to do माता जी again?
ओके प्रभु जी। शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्त्यभीक्षणसः स्मरन्ति नन्दन्ति तविहितं जनाः त एव पश्यन्त्यचिरेण तवाकं भवप्रवाहो परं पदम्बुजम्। हरे कृष्ण।
माता जी, उषा माता जी, please.
Yes, yes, Prabhu. शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गुणन्ति विश्वासः स्मरन्ति नन्दन्ति त्वमेतं जनाः त एव पश्यन्त्यचिरेण तावकं भवप्रवाहो परमं पदाम्बुजम्.
Very beautiful. Thank you, माता जी. Anyone wanted to try? Jai Mata is busy, but I don't want to ask Mata ji unless
I'll try, Prabhuji.
it's Mata ji.
शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति अभीक्षणशः स्मरन्ति नन्दन्ति तवेहितं जनाः त एव पश्यन्त्यचिरेण तावकं भव प्रवाहो परमं पदाम्बुजम्. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mata ji. Okay, so this is what the essence of the Vedas. So it is described essence of this is Veda Sarena. There is immense treasure of glorifying Krishna, all Srimad Bhagavatam to relish. Okay, so I stop there. I'm not taking too much. And today, very busy day. Okay, unless devotees have got any comments, you wanted to ask any questions, anything striking your mind, kindly ask questions or kindly share. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So like this Brahmaji stuti to Krishna, isn't it? Is the so what is the different? Like in Bhagavatam also Brahma has glorified Krishna in chapter, like just we have finished this chapter 9 of Canto 3.
Yes, that is Brahma is glorifying Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu.
Okay, and this is the Krishna is glorified.
Here, Brahma is glorifying Krishna directly.
Okay, understand. Because when Brahma has went to take test of Krishna, when Krishna was with his friend, and afterwards Brahma then this stuti, isn't it? Is that?
Yes. So the Tasya Divya Saraswati gave instructions to Lord Brahma. And then
Okay.
so here, whenever he emanates from the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, there he glorifies in the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu in different ways. And here, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, he manifested in the heart of Brahma. So, tad antarhridaya avbhatam apasyita yanna purvam. Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu manifested in the heart of Brahma. And Brahma here in the Brahma Samhita, he is directly got initiated by the flute sound of Krishna and receiving that Gayatri mantra. And his reflection of Kam Gayatri seems that Brahma is thinking that he is one of the maid servant of Krishna in the Goloka Vrindavana. But though the other mysteries in regard to the condition of, they were not revealed all of them to Brahma. But he understands again he glorifies Krishna in the 10th canto. There is a kind of Brahma Vimohana Leela. There he glorifies. But here, Brahma is a part of, he's thinking that he is one of the maid servant of Krishna in the Goloka Vrindavana. But he's thinking that Krishna, but when Krishna is a baby, a small boy, and having, that rice in a hand and sitting with all the boys and eating, and Brahma could not imagine this is the Krishna that my supreme personality of Godhead, like that. So that's why he was bewildered at that point of time. So those slokas again glorifying in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto Brahma's praise to Krishna. There's it again Brahma Vimohana Leela. But in the beginning, this is the Brahma Samhita, which is instructed by Tasya Divya Saraswati Kamaha Krishnaya Govinda Gopijan Ityapi. This is Klim Krishnaya Govinda Gopijan Vallabhaya Swaha. That Gayatri mantra was instructed to Brahma. But here, later on, this Kama Gayatri also is there. By the recollection of Kama Gayatri, it seems to me that I am the eternal maid servant of Krishna. This is Brahma's reflection.
I understand. This is different then. Okay, that what is in Canto 10, like Brahma. Okay, understand.
Yeah, that is Bimohana. So though here Brahma was reflecting himself that he is the servant of Krishna, maid servant of Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan, that picture. So he's one of those gopis like that. And later on, in the he understands Krishna in this form, beautiful form. But when Krishna is a boy and playing with the boys, or in the Vrindavan, and also he's not following all the Vedic injunctions, like the Supreme Personality of Godhead, playing with the boys like ordinary boys and having the rice in the or yogurt rice in your hand and eating with all boys, and then it appears to the Brahma that it may not be the Supreme Personality. He wanted to think and he was bewildered. So later on in his realization, he understood that that same Krishna is appearing as a boy in the Vrindavan. It's a different reflection. But here in this one, when Brahma got initiated as a Brahmana, Dvijitam Agamatataha, by the flute sound of Krishna, Brahma got initiated as a Brahmana. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Can you just, I know it's time, like just give little bit summarizing of this, like sloka about small, just little bits.
So above shloka is this one, Mataji?
Like it's just summarizing of up to 10, like little bit summarizing what is said, like about sloka. If you have time, otherwise okay.
So here in the previous shloka, Atavedu Ninadasya Trayamutti Mayi Gatihi. We could read that translation, Mataji, 27th shloka here.
Okay. The Gayatri, mother of Vedas, being made manifest example imparted by the divine sound of the flute of Sri Krishna, entered into the lotus mouth of Brahma, born from himself. Through his 8 years olds, the lotus-born Brahma, having received the Gayatri, sprung from the flute song of Sri Krishna, attaining the status of the twice-born, having been initiated by the Supreme Premier Prospector Godhead himself. Okay.
So that is how Brahma got initiated by the Supreme Primal Preceptor Godhead, Shri Krishna himself.
So Gayatri is the flute, like from the sound of the flute of Sri Krishna.
Yes.
Okay. So first, somebody like saying that flute is like Sivji and different type of things. It's not like that.
Flute is Shivji, but which scripture says that one, Mataji?
Gayatri Madara. Sorry, no, I'm saying that they were saying like Sivji himself become Bansri.
Yes. Yeah, by hearing the sound of flute of Krishna, then Lord Shiva, he forgets how to do the that drums, and then he will be mistaken how to dance like that. And Brahma could not understand. And the river flows upwards. No one can do their functions correctly just by hearing the sound of Krishna. Okay, this is the sound coming from flute of Krishna. It is initiated Lord Brahma.
So Gayatri is the first one with the Vedas, is the first who has who Krishna is created. It's like that.
So Krishna has created so many things, and also here what the Lord Brahma, it is a second initiation. So here that information, what Krishna has created in the beginning, whether it is Gayatri Mantra or something else, that is not mentioned here.
Mhm.
So here it is the flute song, okay, which is received Gayatri, sprung from the flute song of Krishna. That one we can understand that way. Brahma got initiated, attained the status of the twice born, Vijitam, status of the twice born.
Then here like Kama Gayatri, and that is like this mantra. Then is how does that created?
So Kama Gayatri, here Gayatri, it is meant, Divya Saraswati mentioned the claim Krishna, Govindaya, Gopijana, Vallabhaya Swaha. That mantra, Saraswati told Brahma to meditate on that shloka, meditate on that mantra.
Mm-hmm.
That Gayatri mantra is mentioned here. Claim Krishna, Govindaya, Gopijana, Vallabhaya Swaha. But here, later on, Brahma was initiated, but Kama Gayatri, this is the purport by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami. This mantra is different. But later on, maybe Brahma, he has got all the knowledge now, acquainted with all the knowledge. Possibly, he may have got different Gayatri knowledges as well. Claim Kamadevaya Vidmahe, Pushpabanaya Dhimahi, Tanno Anangaha Prachodhayat. This Kama Gayatri.
The only sannyasi only recite that this Gayatri.
When the sannyasis got initiated, they will be given this mantra, Kama Gayatri. And the other day, Ramnath Prabhuji was describing this Gayatri mantras. Devotees of the Lord who are second initiated or sannyasis, they do morning one Gayatri, afternoon one Gayatri, evening one Gayatri. In the evening Gayatri is the Kama Gayatri.
But we just not recite as without initiation. It's like that.
No, it must be initiated. So on the other day we were seeing about these mantras. Any mantra starting with Om, it must be initiated by the spiritual master. And one must be pure and to receive that knowledge and qualified. But whereas Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it does not needed all these things. It does not have any restrictions. It can be chanted by anyone at any place.
So whatever Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, that one can recite.
Om Namo that one also, it starts with Om. It needs to be a proper position, proper place, in a proper way.
Okay.
And that one, Narad Muni initiated Dhruv Maharaj when he was.
Yeah.
So that is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And then he also gave instructions that whatever possible the paraphernalia, using those paraphernalia, you worship
the Vasudeva. Like that, Narada Muni gave instructions to Dhruva Maharaj.
Hare Krishna mantra you can recite anything.
परिचर्यां परिचर्यां विविधैः द्रव्यैः देशकालविभागवेत् मंत्र ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय मंत्रेण अनेन देवस्य कुर्याद्द्रव्यमयीं बुधः मंत्रेण अनेन देवस्य कुर्याद्द्रव्यमयीं बुधः and he also needs to serve vividaihi dravyaihi with the different flowers and collect the fruits and without much endeavors. Not thus time is spending for working throughout the day and the night and get to a little flower. No. Whatever is available, immediately get it without much endeavors, get it and offer it to Krishna and then chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Based on Desha Kala Vibhaga with time, place, and circumstances. But Om mantras, any mantra starts with Om, it must be initiated by the spiritual master. Whereas Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it is Maha Mantra. It does not have any restrictions. It is Iti Shodasakalam Namam Kalikalmashanashakam Nataha Paratahupayah Sarva Vedeshu Drusyate. It mentions Hare Nama Eva Keval. Hello,
Namaste.
Gatinam. There is no other alternative. So it has no restrictions at all. Anyone can chant at any point of time.
So like Om Namo Shivaya, that is because it's the Shivji, but it's not he's a Vaishnava, isn't it?
Vaishnavanam Yatashambho.
So you can say that Om Namo Shivaya, that mantra.
Om Namah, because again Lord Shiva says, so one must know the relationships. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here Lord Shiva says to Mother Parvati, that Aradhananam Sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam Param. Out of all worships of all gods, Vishnu worship is the best. Tasmat Parataram Devi. And better than that, O Parvati, is that Tadiyanam Samarchanam, worshipping of his devotees, that is the best. Worshipping of his devotees. And who are the devotees of Vishnu? Vaishnavanam Yatashimbo. It is again, Lord Shiva is the greatest of all the Vaishnavas. Now, he is Tadiyanam. Now, relationship is now established. Now, if we say Om Namah Shivaya, then there is no harm because you know the relationship. Because Lord Shiva is the devotee of Vishnu. Tadiyanam Samarchanam. The relationship is established. Now, if you approach Lord Shiva in that mode, there is no harm. But if you think that here Lord Shiva is independent of Vishnu, then there is an offense. That is not the right way. If I just go to any collector office and the collector, you are the greatest of this district, means so for example, if the president comes to that district, then everything will be changed. So there is a relationship between a collector and a president and a chief minister. So likewise, Vishnu is the supreme personality of Godhead, and everyone are under his control. When that relationship is understood, and if you approach Lord Shiva, there is no harm. And when you forget the relationship and approaching the demigods, like thinking that independently they're gods and they can give all benedictions to us, then that is where the problem rises. Forgetting the relationships.
If you do that relationship, even God will be pleased as well because he likes his Vaishnava, his devotee to more than himself, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Because Because when Bhisma, like when in Kurukshetra, like Krishna said he will not like do anything, like touch. But then Bhisma was Arjuna. He was putting his arrow on the Arjuna. At that time, Krishna has taken this. He has break his vow and taken this will to protect his devotee.
Yes. So Krishna is the Bhakta Vatsala. Even
So
he goes, he takes the service, washing the feet of his devotees, Brahmanas,
yeah.
in the Rajasuya sacrifice. Even he is washing. Krishna was given a duty to wash the feet of all the Brahmanas and then sprinkle that water on top of his head and everyone's heads.
Mhm.
That one is menial service. Some people think that Rama worshipped Lord Shiva.
Yeah.
When Krishna is doing directly washing the feet of all the Brahmanas,
Mm.
who, and there is nothing wonderful that Rama is worshipping Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is Vaishnava Namita Shambhu.
Yes, yes.
It is the relationships. But Krishna is supreme personality of God. He is full in all opulences.
Mm. And there's a reason in Rameshwaram is Shiva's temple, isn't it? Like Shivji in Rameshwaram.
Yes.
It's a Chardham, one of this Rameshwaram, which is a Shiva, worship of the Shiva in that temple.
Very nice. Yes, Mataji. So I have not been to that temple yet.
Yeah, there's only Shivji's link, not anything relates to Krishna or anybody in Rameshwaram.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji, for sharing about Rameshwaram. It is very wonderful to hear the devotees who have visited Rameshwaram and then understand the mood of those devotees who are worshipping there.
Mm. Yeah, there's a Shivji's.
So here moods are different, but everything must connect to Krishna. Some people may go to the Durga Devi thinking that in Durga Devi is independent, but also Icchanurupam, she appears such a cheshtatesa, she carries out under the instruction of Krishna. Again, that relationship is established with Durga Devi and Krishna. Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Again, going to Krishna only. सृष्टि सिद्धि प्रलय साधन शक्ति रेखा छायवयसि भुवनानि विभक्ति दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपम् अपि यस्य च चेष्टते स गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. See, worshipping whom we are worshipping, though we establish Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Rekha, Durga Devi is Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Rekha. Chaya Vayasya Bhunani Vibhuti Durga. Chaya is the shadow energy of the Lord. Yasya Bhunani, in this Bhunan, all the 14 planet systems. Vibhuti Durga, she maintains, she's in charge of all these 14 planet systems. Durga. And she guards so that no one would escape from this Durga, the fort of this universe, which is made by 7 layers. She guards, but she carries out the instructions of Krishna. Icchan Rupam, but because of that, I worship Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. In that mode, if I approach Durga Devi, there is no harm. If I approach Lord Shiva, no harm. Because people, they forget the relationships and then approach those demigods independently, thinking that they give the benedictions. That is where they fall into the illusion. They make the mistakes. This is thinking one of the offenses. So here, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. This is one of the offense.
There is always Krishna, but you can still like because he is also Vaishnava, like
Yes.
Krishna is his
It is also Vaishnava, Brahma is Vaishnava, Durga Devi is Vaishnava. There is again Vaishnava Devi temple.
And there's the reason like 9 days Durga's festival, like because Lord's like
Yes.
I can see there's 9 days Krishna's and so only one Janmashtami, 1 day, but for Durga Ma is this 9-day festival.
Yes. So celebrating those festivals, there is no harm, but knowing the relationship is very essential and important.
Yes. Yes.
And in fact, all the demigods, they're all Vaishnavas. So just if we think, all demigods are appointed by Vishnu in their administrative functions. Unless they're devotees, they cannot become this one of the administrators. They're the elevated souls. But because the relationship is forgotten, that is where all the living entities fall into illusions. Yeah, it's a very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji, for sharing so many things and asking questions.
Yeah, Prabhuji. So explaining so nicely, and yeah, I understand like between now Brahma Stuti, when he has to Stuti this one and like in other two. So yeah, thank you for clarifying that.
Again, this Brahma, when he comes from the navel of the Bodhisattva Vishnu, so because then at every day of Brahma, so he has to go to the sleep, again wake up, again. So sometimes he may not remember or bewilderment as soon as as soon as we wake up, we do not know what we have done yesterday, what needs to be done today, like that. Okay, so this is kind of at the time meditation, penance is needed. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, any other questions or any sharings? Okay, if there are no questions, then we shall continue with our japa. Then we shall conclude and continue with our japa.
Kalpatarubyasya kripa sindhubhaivacha patitana pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Koti Vaishnavita ki jai.
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Hare Krishna. Jai everyone.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu